for us tonight, and yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do. Yeah, so run just kind of starts off short and sweet with the prologue. Now the runner is, I can't imagine either runner is going for the strat where they wait 10 minutes for the prologue to just wait 10 minutes in prologue for, to watch other people do other things. They're going to actually race tonight, which I appreciate. Yeah, basically the prologue introduces us to the basic mechanics of the game: the jump, the climb, and now the dash, as Gix was just taught and Msushi is being taught. All right, so our runner is now starting off here in Forsaken City, where the actual speedrun begins, where now we're actually using tech. We're now outfitted with our dash, so we're able to just abuse it all over the place. We've already seen Msushi and Gix go for these hyper dashes and these wall bounces. Hyper dashes being, just like really fast dashes off the ground. Wall bounces are just hyper dashes against the wall, which give you a lot of extra height. Commentary is impossible. A myth. A government could... Anyway, the racers are doing pretty well in Forsaken City here so far. Maybe a minor stumble here and there, but nothing that's really going to cost them too terribly much. Yeah, Forsaken City is just like, another very simple chapter. Ooh, Msushi taking a little bit of a death on this screen. Yeah, just missed that wall bounce off that corner just like barely and just kind of plummeted into the ground. And yeah, so now we see Gix is going to be the first one on our stream to finish out Forsaken City. So sub 2, about 157 through the first couple chapters. And Msushi, even with that death, still ahead of Gix on the in-game timer. Yeah, that's probably another thing that we should note about these races. They do use in-game timer if you've never seen a Celeste race before, which, I mean, we're pretty deep into the tournament. Maybe this is someone's first race, but yeah, we use in-game timer, so whoever has a lower time in the middle of these cassettes is going to be declared our winner. All right, so now we're coming into Old Site here, where, yeah, the first part of this chapter is just, like, really nice movement, like a lot of kind of sneaking under these floating spike pillars. We also get the only glitch that we see in the run, where we're jumping in a very specific space to just spawn inside a dream block. And hey, dream blocks, they're active now. We're going to see the runners kind of dash through these, and they give you the equivalent speed of a dash, but they give you that speed as long as you're in that block. It's a super fun mechanic, and you can do a lot of interesting stuff with dream blocks. So some of the more interesting stuff we're not going to be seeing until later chapters. And yeah, now we got the battle line chase sequence, and so yeah, in a couple rooms from now, we're going to be introduced to, or we're going to be seeing like a couple really long rooms. Like Celeste is kind of, it's kind of like not uneven game. I'm trying to think of the right word here, but yeah, like the main thing about a Celeste speedrun is deaths are going to happen. Like no run is ever going to be deathless, especially since we do take 2 intentional deaths over the course of the run. Ooh, Msushi kind of getting tripped up on the screen here. But yeah, avoids a death, which is very important on a long screen such as that one, and definitely on a long screen such as this one. Gix, yeah, about halfway through that screen, just kind of missed their mark and kind of landed in some spikes, but is recovering nicely and doesn't quite get the strat in this room. Oh, and yeah, you can definitely see them waiting to... Oh, this is the coin. Oh, dang. Yeah, it kind of felt like I was just talking about Gix until something happened, but yeah, that death in the long room. So now they have to go back and they have to redo this entire thing. Oh, very nice. Recovery. Oh, okay. Okay, they're through. So Gix is going to be joining Msushi in the awake section here, and then Msushi is actually in the awake section. So yeah, we're going to be seeing just like some really solid movement from them here. Yeah, awake is one of the sections in this game, or one of the few sections of this game where you can't take a death. So you're basically just trying to move as fast as you can through these screens. Yeah, so we're going to be seeing Gix here going for their own awake here. Yeah, a couple minor flubs here, but nothing too major. Yeah, Gix gets through old sites, so Msushi definitely opened up a little bit of a lead here, but still plenty of Celeste to go in Msushi. So yeah, now we're into Celestial Resort, and Msushi opted to take a reset on this room so that he could get the entrance cycle on this room rather than the death cycle, because the entrance cycle is not just faster, but it's probably something Msushi practices more since they're not necessarily expecting to die on some of these rooms. Yeah, good choice, and Gix can kind of respond with their own. Ooh, missing the the dash refresh strat on that screen. So your dash refreshes every time you complete a screen transition, and yeah, the opening part of this chapter, Celestial Resort, kind of depends on you, like, you know, using your dashes efficiently there, and Gix just had to kind of, again, reset the screen, just have another go at it. But again, yeah, recovering nicely, and yeah, making pretty solid work of this first part of the chapter. Yeah, Msushi has been navigating these spike cycles beautifully as Gix takes a death at the end of this screen here. Yeah, kind of one of the perils of a longer tournament, or of just like a general speed tournament such as this, is that like these can kind of last a long time because there's no real set time. Like runners kind of have to schedule in accordance with their own schedules, and you never know, you know, how in love or out of love you're going to fall with this game. And Gix, I'm not quite sure when the last time they played Celeste was. I know someone said that they might be maybe a little rusty, but yeah, still moving really efficiently through this chapter. You know, minor mistakes aside, just Msushi's one of the top, what is it? Yeah, still in the top 5 for this game, I believe. And they've been putting that on display up, you know, through most of this resort chapter here. Yeah, we got Msushi about halfway through the books portion of the huge mess section, as Gix is beginning the huge mess section with this by cleaning out these boxes in Mr. Oshiro's hotel. Ah, yes, number 4. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so definitely within the top 5. And now Msushi's going to be starting here on the towel cleanup, and we do these sections in a particular order because that puts us close to Oshiro. It's just, you know, one of those tiny optimizations that's kind of, again, if you're new to this game, it's good to kind of learn, get out of the way early just so you're comfortable in this section, because as you clear out these sections, they get progressively harder. But again, Msushi making it look easy here. So both runners moving pretty efficiently through huge mess in the first half here. Yeah, Gix just needs to clear out their own towels, as Msushi is now in the elevator shaft checkpoint. So there's only one real screen that is an elevator shaft, and everything else is just going to be long rooms where you have to just avoid like a minor misstep that could result in a major time loss. Yeah, very nice in the quad hyper room, getting that key and taking the first intentional death of the run, where that just spawns him right back at the start of the room without having to do any additional movement. And yeah, here we are, another one of these long rooms where, you know, you definitely have the cycle memorized, but again, one missed input can just wreck your day, but not for Msushi. Getting through, they are going to be starting the Oshiro chase sequence as Gix out of the huge mess section, and they are going to be talking to Oshiro and making their way into the back half of Resort. So Msushi is now going to be not just dealing with Dust Bunny cycles, moving up and down and all around. He also has Oshiro to deal with on the left side of the screen, charging at him from the right every few seconds or so. But again, like, if you know your cycles, like Msushi does, this is like... Oh! Msushi, try to recover on that screen, so... I'll claim responsibility for that one, I guess. Yeah, it looks like they wanted to recover, but they tried to climb up, and unfortunately, one of the properties of this like chapter that you don't really see in the speedrun is the floors that just turn into a hazard after you touch them once, and Msushi just kind of fell prey to that. But again, that was 3 rooms ago already at this point, and oh no! Okay, so Yeah, you saw early in this chapter that when Msushi took a death in one of these rooms, they reset the room to get a better cycle. There's no resetting this room There's no resetting this room, though. So Msushi's on a cycle where, like, maybe he has some lingering muscle memory from when he was learning this game, and you would occasionally have to enjoy the death cycle. But, yeah, just having a little bit of trouble adapting here. Already took one death through this cycle, but okay, they should be home free now. Yep, they get out of resort. 5:16 chapter time, but 9:15 on the overall timer. All right, meanwhile, we get Gix here, wrapping up their Oshiro chase, just a few screens to go. And just minor flubs here and there, but again, nothing that... Oh, okay, well, that was... I should just stop talking. Why am I doing this to these runners? Okay, so Gix... Yeah, they're going to get through this on this attempt. Okay, Msushi is in Golden Ridge. They are now dealing with wind. They are now dealing with clouds. Okay, Okay, so... Why did I start talking? Okay, so Msushi in Golden Ridge, dealing with clouds, dealing with wind, dealing with the voice from above that just curses him to no end. Meanwhile, Gix, yeah, just having a little bit of trouble with this last Oshiro room. Yeah, again, on the death cycle, which is not only a slower cycle, but it's also just pain because, like, the Oshiro section just in general is... But yeah, 10:35 on the timer. That's still, like, a really solid time, but probably not what Gix is looking for. Alright, meanwhile, while Gix was wrapping up Chapter 3, and thus while I was not talking about them, Msushi looked like they nailed the auto-scroller skip. Yeah, making their way through Ridge quite nicely. Yeah, Ridge can kind of be like a frustrating chapter from time to time just because you're dealing with that wind, but... Yeah, you know, no sign of Msushi slowing down here. It gets that nice hybrid dash to, like, skip one of these moving platforms, and now they're going to be coming up onto a room where you can't really skip the auto-scroller. Yeah, so Sushi waited patiently for that auto-scroller block to come to him, but then, like, the second he got on, just executed a hybrid dash to just save as much time as possible as he could in that room. Yeah, so now Msushi up over here in the cliff face section as Gix executes that spike jump rather nicely in this room, and also going for all these wall bounces off of these moving platform corridors. Oh, taking a second to kind of align themselves with correctly, but yeah, get through, and now they're going to be on auto-scroller skip room. Msushi sounded like they caught the rough end of a snowball, but yeah, recovered nicely. Yeah, snowballs are kind of like mini Oshiros, some people have said, where they come in from the right side of the screen, but there's no real warning. But again, you can kind of see Msushi knowing the timing of the snowballs and using that timing to just kind of use that to clear out the screen more efficiently a couple screens ago, and now just on the last screen. Not really expecting a ton of problems here. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, sub 3 Golden Ridge from Msushi. Definitely a very nice time for them as we get Gix here in this room going for these wave dashes off these very narrow platforms. Yeah, wave dashes are just hyper dashes that you execute from the air, and you kind of use them because, like, you know, a platform that narrow, you can't really hyper dash out of, like, there's no way to position yourself, but like with the wave dash, you can start your dash from the air and then jump off that very narrow platform to give yourself that, you know, extra little speed boost. Okay, so Msushi starting here in Mirror Temple, and Mirror Temple's a kind of a cool chapter. You get this really cool movement section to begin with, or at least it's cool in the first part here. Yeah, so we'll see what Msushi does with this dash platform here. Okay, gets the boost off the platform, but does not get the corner boost off of that other platform, so only gets the yeet, doesn't get the full yeet. And yeah, corner boosts are something that we haven't really talked about, but like you're kind of going to see Msushi kind of run into corners on occasion, like a strange way to just get like an extra little speed boost by jumping off of them at just the right time. And I believe that's on an update to the game that has not yet come to Switch, so that's a tiny optimization that Gix isn't able to go for. So Gix may be able to go for the hyper dash off the dash platform to get that extra momentum, but won't be able to get the full yeet themselves either. Meanwhile, Msushi activating those 2 switches to start the secret tutorial, and we're going to learn all about the secret enemy as Gix has finished up Golden Ridge. Yeah, we see the Seekers here. They can break green, they can break the red blocks, they can't go through the clear rainy blocks, and they kill Madeline on contact like everything else in this game. And nice spike jump strat there from Msushi as Gix is beginning their own trip into Mirror Temple. Yes, now we get the unraveling section here, where we're also seeing another property of Seekers that wasn't taught to us, which is that they're completely manipulatable. Like, there's no RNG in this game, so we're able to get these Seekers to kind of do our bidding here as long as we're moving properly, like Msushi just did there, knocking that Seeker into the key coin, which activates it and lets him pass through that room just a little bit faster. So Msushi, not a ton of issues with unraveling. Yeah, really solid section, and they're going to be coming up on kind of one of the more important skips to run. We see 2 keys here. Msushi doesn't need to get them at all. I mean, one of those keys is technically for a berry, so you don't really need to get it in this category, but still. Search is just a minute-and-a-half long section that you just don't need to do, ever. You just need to learn a nice little reverse reverse dash jump, and bam. You're pretty much done with search, and you're going to be on to escape as Gix. Going to be starting unraveling here in just a second. Really nice stuff through the intro to Mirror Temple. Yeah, so Sushi's going to be in the Theo section. So Theo's trapped in the crystal, and this is an escort mission. We have to bring him to the other side of the level. And we're going to be seeing Msushi go for ultra dashes into Theo, where they're going to be tossing Theo into a specific position, and then they're going to be dashing into him, and then dashing into him again to just give himself like really incredible speed. Because every time you catch Theo, you get like you retain your momentum and get like a tiny speed boost, I think. Oh, but not off the dash platform. Msushi missing the one of the many inputs that you have to do off that dash platform to kind of do that room the way that he would have wanted to do that room. Yeah, otherwise, really nice stuff through this chapter for Msushi. Just has to get through this these last couple rooms here, but oh no! And takes a death at the start of this room and having a little bit of trouble getting themselves set back up. Yeah, another death in this room, and we get the Theo encouragement text here, which I can't remember the last time I've seen that in this tournament, but yeah, Msushi's getting through. They're going to be, very nice movement through this last room as Gix is on the last screen of Unraveling. Msushi gets the eye, sub 17, very nice. Oh yeah, and Gix had a very nice last room of Unraveling there. Yeah, Gix executing third skip rather well, as Msushi's going to be starting Reflection, and Reflection is just like a long chapter, second longest chapter in the game, and it's also kind of one of the slower chapters because now you're dealing with these feathers where they do kind of change the way you move through the game because, now you get now you get like, full movement as opposed to just like 8-way movement, but Msushi being on keyboard, not going to be able to take full advantage of that. Is going to be able to take full advantage of Lake Skip here. Okay. Gix in the Theo section. Yeah, getting that nice neutral strat to There we go, Msushi getting late skip on that attempt there. Well done. Gix here with Theo dashing into the we see Gix going for more traditional like Theo strats where they're not there's Nultra there. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Gix was almost able to outrun the Seeker at the end of that screen there. I was rooting for them, but okay. Gix is through. Gix is through that screen. As we get Msushi here on reflection, I'm not gonna try to equal the job the commentary team for the Brazilian marathon did, but the Kevin blocks make that noise, and you know, the guy made them, that's who they're named after, and they kind of like move in the direction to which you dash and just move in that direction infinitely until they hit a solid wall. Yeah, and Sushi's been making really well here, you know, after that leg skip. And you can see when you do a hyper dash off a Kevin block, they give you like a lot of speed after that. So yeah, very good with Msushi here. Meanwhile, Gix. Gix is having some fun here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Gix just I mean, Theo is the best character in Celeste, so I would imagine that Gix, like, you know, this could potentially be their last match in this tournament, so just wanted to do a little dance with their boy, you know, spend as much time as they could with them, and yeah, just, you know, having a little fun. That's what you gotta do. You know, you're playing video games. Video games are meant to be fun. Just do what you want, man. Very, very good stuff. Alright, meanwhile, we get Msushi here in this shortcut room where, rather than doing this, like, long room with a bunch of, where you're basically just, like, navigating a spike maze, you just take that shortcut. And if you're Msushi, you fast fall through that shortcut because you're very, very brave. Yeah, going through the only real swimming section in this level, and yeah, now they are coming up on the last Kevin block in the game. We get this noise one last time in the chapter, leading us into this very serious, very solemn boss fight with ourselves. You know, like you do. Yeah, so Msushi gets a battle line boost off that Kevin block again. You know, using that speed that you get hyper dashing off the Kevin block, you just zoom your way all across that corridor and just hit battle line as fast as you possibly can. And now we are in the battle line fight for Msushi as Gix gets a nice neutral wall jump strat to avoid having to ride one of those feathers all the way over. Alright, so the battle line fight. So now we're confronting ourselves for, you know, plot reasons. So basically the one thing that you're going to be noticing in the screen is that, like, Msushi is going to be trying to get to the ground as fast as possible just so they can resume chaining movement together as fast as possible. Yeah, this is definitely like, oh, and we're going to see very nice ultra stat in that room to skip that feather that was just hanging in the middle of the screen. Yeah, really solid stuff in the battle line fight. Yeah, this is definitely one of the more memorable sequences of the game, but, you know, again, it's also something where you can pretty much memorize what's going to be happening. Like, you'll know when Battle Line's going to be firing her lasers or shooting off her orbs, so... Yeah, so this is, like, one of the first things a lot of runners are going to pick up on is just how to do Battle Line, and then they'll just, like, add more and more advanced tech as they go. But yeah, there's only, like, you know, very few tiny optimizations. Like, the ultra strat looks cool, but that reverse strat looked cool, but, you know, ultimately you're just trying not to die on any of these long screens, because then you have to go through all these hits again, you have to hit battle line over and over again, so yeah, Msushi has not died at all while I've been talking about them in the battle line fight, so really well done to them. Oh, okay, so Gix, just going full meme for us here. So, so this game does like teach you how to speedrun it. You know, it tutorializes the wall bounces, it tutorializes hyper dash, and ideally, once you learn those two secrets, you are able to access this room on top of Reflection, the dev room. Gig's having a little bit of trouble setting it up and just... Alright, come on, Gix. We believe in you. There we go. Gets that extended hyper dash, and look, it's characters from Matt Thorson's other game, Towerfall. So that's a secret if any of you weren't aware, and Gix is just going to be spending some time here now. Alright, so Msushi starting in Summit as Gix resumes playing the video game Celeste, made for several platforms. Okay, so Summit, you acquire the double dash ability at the end of Reflection, and now in Summit it's kind of used to full effect. You have a lot of rooms without floors, you have a lot of rooms that are just like, you know, large masses of spikes. Yeah, it's going to be the longest chapter in the game because we're going to be revisiting each chapter in this game and all their mechanics, but we're going to be getting through them in a lot less time because now we have 2 dashes. We can go extra fast. Oh, Gix going for a battle line boost. That is really impressive to get that. Yeah, because playing on Switch, Gix runs the risk of crashing Celeste, and I mean, not trying to think of the right words here. Yeah, I mean, that there was like all right, sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, battle line boost. If you miss battle line boost running on Switch, you may like kind of lock the game. Just have to like restart it. But you know, Celeste runs on in-game timers, so ultimately it doesn't really matter that much if you miss it. It's just something that could take you out of the moment if you're feeling the moment. But Gix, yeah, they're just going for it. They're just in this run right now. Yeah, doing all the things, just kind of pulling out all the stops for, I mean, because with Msushi already on 1,000 meters and Gix still on battle line, race may be slightly out of hand here, but Gix is just going to do everything that they can. Oh, all right, very nice. Not quite the ultra strat, but yeah, still was able to skip that feather, which is really cool stuff from Gix here. Alright, so meanwhile we get Msushi here in the 1,000 meter, and they are now going for these hyper dashes out of the Dream Blocks, which is a property you're not going to see in the original chapter because you don't really have another dash to back that up, but now that we have a double dash, we're able to just go for those Dream Hypers, so yeah, really good stuff from Msushi. Now they're going to be on 1,500 as Gix is going to be starting on the second phase of the battle line fight here shortly, if my recollection is correct. Yeah, there we go. We're in the cutscene room as Msushi's coming up on this very long room in 1,500. Alright, almost out of there. So yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, accidentally got the wall jump off of the corner, which is unfortunate, the old corner bot, but now, yeah, gets through that room. Gets through the triple ultra room, just sterling work in 1,500 from Msushi on the whole. Yeah, so Msushi is just going to be on this last cycle room, and they'll be able to say goodbye to Dust Bunnies until their next attempt, whenever that may be. And they're going to be moving on to the Ridge Remix, as Gix is in the second to last room of the battle line fight, the fourth to last room of Reflection as a chapter. Alright, so Msushi here in this auto-scroll skip gets the first part, which is the hyperdash off the moving platform, and gets a wall bounce. So yeah, auto-scroll skip complete, and a little bit too much momentum coming into the screen, so yeah, just flung themselves into the corner, no real way to escape, had to just take a death there. Yeah, still really solid stuff from them so far here. Meanwhile, we get Gix here, looking for more secrets. As Msushi kind of catching these battle line orbs and is going to be moving on into 2,500 meters. Is Gix trying to neutral his way up to... Okay. Alright. Oh, I don't... Okay, yeah. I was going to be really impressed if Gix was able to skip having to grab that battle line orb, but I don't think they saw a way to do it either, so yeah, opting to go for convention, opting to end reflection. And we'll see what they have in store for us in the summit. So as Msushi goes for key skip, I would like to remind Gix that the tape for Summit B-side is in 1500. Alright, so we get Msushi here in 2500, which is one of the cooler parts of the chapter. Yeah, gets the needle thread, and of course, you gotta go for door skip. Yeah, door skip is gonna be meme enough for Msushi's run. Saves that second, and assuming nothing weird happens in this last room, they're gonna be moving on to 3,000 meters. Alright, so Msushi moving on to 3,000 meter as Gix might be showing us how to get the crystal heart. Alright, so 3,000 meters as Msushi is on. Yeah, you know, it's like the last part, it's the final climb up the mountain, and, you know, the wind from Golden Ridge is back, but now it's blowing us downwards, and soon it's going to be blowing us upwards, so... Yeah, downdraft here as Msushi is going through, Msushi. Yeah, downdraft is going to be one of the more execution-heavy parts because you're just constantly pressing buttons trying to fight the increased gravity of this part of the level. Yeah, very nice work through that. For Msushi, they're going to be moving on to updraft, which is one of the slower sections, one of the more nerve-wracking sections. So very minor death from Msushi there as Gix grabs the second piece of the crystal heart here in the summit. No, we've seen a lot in this tournament so far. We've seen Revel go for B-sides, we've seen a couple people try for flagless. I think Bye-Bye in the group stages executed the all red berries strats for Chapter 1. I don't think we've seen anyone collect a crystal heart, so this is going to be Gix 01, making Celeste Tournament history tonight here on Speed Gaming 4. As Msushi, also going to be making Celeste Tournament history by most likely making the first ever top 4 or top 8 of the Celeste Any tournaments. Yeah, just has 6 more flags to get through. Oh, Gix even grabbing a berry here in Summit for just extra swag. Yeah, so we get Msushi here on Flag 2, though they skip the actual Flag 2 checkpoint. but they didn't skip the flag 1 checkpoint, so Msushi just a few seconds away from claiming victory and moving on into the top 8, where they will be waiting for the winner of Scrublord and Black Bear. So grab that flag. Final time of was 31:55. So get some GGs in the chat for Msushi. Really nice performance from them today, as Gix... Oh, Gix ran out of stamina. Oh man, Berry Death made that all the sadder for Gix, as they are going for more Crystal Heart strats. Well, Msushi, Gix did not have the run that they would have enjoyed, and they are going for the Chapter 7 Crystal Heart. That is what the heck Gix is doing. Oh, and they're also grabbing that berry. Alright, nice stuff. Alright, so Msushi in chat might be doing their own little thing here, as Gix is going to remind me where the where the crystal for this one is. Oh, but first, yep, we got to get that tape. Yeah, having a little bit of trouble getting past that Dust Bunny Guardian of the B-side tape, but yep, here we are. Now get that nice B-side remix for the Summit theme. Alright, gets the tape. Now, are they going to do the ultimate swag and complete this 20% run by completing the B-side? Nope, they're going to be going through Summit A-side. Oh. Alright, so... Gix has decided to... So, a weird thing that I believe Revo discovered a few months ago is... If you... I mean, this is still technically an 80% run, but if you complete the B-side for a chapter before you complete the A-side for a chapter, the game still thinks that you've completed the chapter and will just move you on to the next chapter as if you finished the game. So, once Gix completes this Summit B-side here... they will unlock core, and I'm not sure if the credits will play, but I mean, that's still technically beating the any percent run. So yeah, here we go, Gix. Meanwhile, Msushi has completed the Chapter 1 C-side. All the memes tonight, just all the memes. Yeah, B-sides usually a little bit more difficult than you remember. Yep, there we go. There it is. Alright, so Gix back here in Summit. I did not realize that... I guess I play on Mute too much, because I didn't realize that the intro to the Summit theme plays before the actual, like, remix of the Summit theme with the Celestial Resort kind of emphasis happens. So yeah, we all learned a fun thing about this game tonight. Yeah, B-sides are definitely super hard, especially if you're not, like, super familiar with, like, how to actually run them. But yeah, thank you, Gix, for trying, and I'm going to see Gix reminding us where that part of the Crystal Heart is, as Msushi, hey, we're on the Chapter 3 Seaside. Chapter 3 Seaside's dumb. Like, I mean, look at this. Look at this thing that Msushi's gonna be doing here. Has to jump off Oshiro. Oh, gonna go for the Oshiro jump again. Yeah, didn't get the height that they wanted. Didn't get the Oshiro jump that time. And then have to refresh your dash again. Okay. 52-second Chapter 3 Seaside. That might be a good time. I don't know. I'm out of my depth tonight. Alright, so Msushi here on the Chapter 4 Seaside. I wish I had not marked them as done already, because Chapter 4 music, Chapter 4 remix music, best music. And exactly, this is the Celeste Skills Showcase, as we get kicks here. Yeah, usually you see the runners like kind of use a screen transition there to like get to that secret room with the berry. Gix is actually using it for its intended purpose, which is to collect that crystal heart piece, and I think also get another berry. Oh no, we're just back to normal here. There's no other berry there. I forget. I need to learn other categories of this game. Msushi collecting the Chapter 4 crystal heart. Yeah, so we get Gix here in the auto-scroller room. Alright, gets the first part of auto-scroller skip. Very nice, first try auto-scroller skip. Alright, let's do this. And we get Msushi in the Chapter 5 Seaside. Oh, barely misses what I believe is that skip. I don't know, I was not prepared to call for the Seaside Tournament tonight. Meanwhile, Gix, in this auto-scroller, going for the berry. And personally, as a commentator, I'm bummed that more people haven't gone for this berry, because like it's such a simple berry to get, and you barely lose any time going for this berry unless you're, you know, just really love that, you know, very tiny auto-scroller skip at the top of that screen. But Gix getting that berry, winning my heart, winning the hearts of everyone in the Speed Gaming 4 chat, as Msushi coming up on Reflection Seaside. And Reflection Seaside is actually one of the more interesting seasides, because you're actually intended to go through the seaside in a very specific way in this next screen that Msushi is going to be coming up on, hopefully in short time. Alright, so Msushi landing that feather. Yeah, so I remember just being stuck on the screen that Msushi was on for like just maybe an hour or so. Oh. Okay, evidently. Okay, so I think we're going through the seaside the casual way, or maybe Msushi just doesn't. Okay, well, either way, yeah, this is still like a ridiculous thing that Msushi's chosen to do with their time and talents. Also, Msushi showing off the property of the bumpers that you may not see in a traditional any percent run, where they actually don't have a hitbox after you hit them for the first time. Like there's a very small window, so you're into a bumper some way, and then it'll deactivate. So you actually dash through that bumper and then just like get a nice little bump, a nice little boost out that bumper to just like save a couple seconds in that screen. So if we get Msushi with a 505 through Reflection Seaside. So Msushi does not have a time on the All Seasides leaderboard, so Msushi definitely on pace for an All Seasides PB here tonight. Meanwhile, Gix... I kind of think that, like, in Summit, the Crystal Heart is kind of also intended to kind of progress in difficulty, getting all the like, you know, crystal pieces. Yeah, because this screen, I don't remember this screen at all. It looks like nonsense. Meanwhile, hey, nice tree from Msushi. Gets that Crystal Heart. Alright, so get Msushi collecting the final piece of the Crystal Heart. Thinking about that berry. Not just thinking about it. Meanwhile, Msushi learning how to hyperdash in this screen of HC. By the way, I just want to take this time to kind of shout out the Speed Gaming staff for their tireless work and all the effort that they put into staging these tournaments. It's really cool stuff that they do, and their staff didn't ask for this. Thank you for putting up with this nonsense that's happening tonight. Gix, going for more berries. Staring forlornly at the berry. Opting to reset the screen. Okay, so Msushi has finished all Seasides with 726, 760. So that's good for 6th place on all Seasides leaderboard. So so get more GGs in chat for Msushi tonight, I guess. Oh, thank you for confirming that was a PB. I was hoping. Come on, Gix. I believe in you. Guys, get some energy in the chat for Gix, going for this berry, going for this run. And if this isn't a reason, just like the absolute show that Gix has been putting on for y'all, to follow this runner tonight, to follow both of these runners, Msushi taking the opportunity to do the All Seasides run, I don't know what is. Yeah, there you go. There's that for you. Alright, so Gix. Going for more berries, collecting more berries, not going for the 1-up though. But that's fine. Oh, yep, going for more berries here. Yeah, all B-sides. We might be here for a little while if that were to happen, but yeah, Gix would hopefully have completed this race by then. So now we're in 3,000 meters for Gix. Sanity close to being restored. The only thing that can happen here is there's 5 or 6 berries. Not much else potential for memes, but yeah, we're going to see the first ever Crystal Heart collected. Hype increasing with each sound effect. You don't collect this Crystal Heart, Gix. swear to heck, dude. Okay, let's do this again. So Gix, having collected the 6 shapes, has unlocked this crystal heart, and is just playing with it? Oh, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Gix. Gix, why? Not even grabbing the bear. Oh, alright, alright, alright. Fine, okay, I see how it is. I see. Okay, well, Gix, moving through. Okay, well, you know what? You deserve that commentator's curse, Gix. That was for playing with my heart. Alright. Yeah, Gix just opting for more traditional strats, really showcasing the route that they practice, the thing that they've chosen to do. And now they're in updraft. It's like a normal Celeste race. It's like nothing happened. Ignore Gix's timer. It's like nothing happened. Nothing strange happened tonight. This is a perfectly normal Celeste race, where no crystal hearts were collected. Meanwhile, Msushi starting their attempt at all B-sides in earnest. Now, we'll see if maybe they can make it out of Forsaken City before Gix makes it out of 3000. This could be the new race, maybe. I mean, the official race, Msushi won, but maybe Gix can win this unofficial race here. Alright, so here Gix goes. Found a couple flags of updraft. Having a little bit more fun, just kind of doing some mid-air dashes as Msushi. Yeah, probably doing well on the B-side here. Yeah, that wall bounce is interesting. I should really, like, study the B-sides run at some point. But, like, B-side strats kind of seem pretty interesting. You know, you get, like, the Kaizo's less difficulty. Oh, Gix taking some time to preview the screen. Now, you know, you may have to... You know, when you speedrun this game, you don't really get to see all the sights. So, yeah, Gix actually taking the time to take in this game before he actually completes it. Look at the... Like, take one final look before he has to, like, actually play the game. Oh. Oh, that is a super nice touch from the devs. I did not realize that the game did that. That is nifty. Alright. Yeah, thank you, Gix, for showing that. Alright, so 2:55 time in Chapter 1 B-side for Msushi. Gix, last couple flags here. The goal's in sight. He knows what the goal looks like. Just trying to make his time in this tournament last as quickly as possible. Or last as long as possible, I mean. And Gix, what are they going to do here? Don't restart chapter, dude. Gix, showing off menu storage. Thank you, Gix. Thank you for everything. Gix is done. It's over. 5016. Get some GGs in the chat. Get whatever emote you want in the chat for Gix. Hi, I'm Msushi.
Hello, RD Walsh.
How are you?
Okay. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. How do you think anything went?
My any percent run was very mediocre. Thankfully, I backed it up with the God run on all seasides.
It was a good all seasides run, you know, nothing to complain about. And hey, Gix, how you doing? If you want to talk, your mic is muted, but thanks for everything, I guess.
I think I'll just let my gameplay speak for itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So basically, my mindset going to this race was I basically haven't played this game at all in like 6 weeks. So I just wanted to like mess around for a bit because I was guaranteed to lose anyways.
You know, that is completely fair. And you gave it your effort. Summit B-side, I appreciate the effort. I was encouraging it, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend an extra half hour on that because like I have no practice in any of the stuff I was doing.
Yeah, that's completely fair, especially since I think this channel, I just have to double check the schedule, but I think it has something else that, oh no, there's nothing else that's supposed to run. Yeah, so you just had all the time in the world. Technically, we had a 90-minute block to just do whatever.
Oh, I was just concerned because like if I had an hour and a half run, I was wondering, like, I just didn't want to delay the channel or anything.
Oh no, that's fine. I mean, yeah, but yeah, it was a very entertaining run. You showed us a lot of stuff. You did a lot of things.
This was not your typical any percent race.
It was not. So, do either of you have anything to say for yourselves?
Well, I guess in terms of me for this match, my goal out of the bracket was to top 8. And with this win, I've done that, so I'm happy.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, I guess you just did a bonus seaside run, so there was something on the left side of the screen. So thank you. But yeah, moving on, you're facing Black Pair or Scrub Lord. So
Scrub Lord,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, it could be exciting stuff. Moving on. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. So thank you guys for everything that you did for us tonight. It was entertaining. It was at least entertaining.
Thanks so much for commentating.
Yeah, no problem. So that's gonna do it for Celeste for tonight. There's gonna be another run, I think, pretty early tomorrow morning Eastern Standard Time, and that is gonna be Psych versus Grohiken at 9 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, be sure to tune into that. Follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Follow the runners. Follow me. I tried my best. Thanks, y'all.
Follow Walsh.
Yeah. Have good nights. Just have good nights.